Today, we're diving into Jurassic World Rebirth, the latest chapter in the Dino saga.
And we saw it in 3D.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Michael and Trevor Show. I'm Trevor,
I'm Michael.
and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the newest dinosaur movie, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, let's get into it with some information about the movie here. So, this movie has a runtime of 2 hours and 14 minutes, directed by Gareth Edwards. This movie stars Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, Jonathan Bailey, and then Rupert Friend. So, Trevor, give us a little spoiler-free synopsis of the movie.
Let's do it. So, according to IMDb, 5 years post Jurassic World Dominion, an expedition braves isolated equatorial regions.
Equatorial.
Equatorial.
You get the point.
We get the point. Regions.
Add it to the vocab
word
of the day.
To extract DNA from three massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough.
I might be a little stupid, but that synopsis was a little bit confusing. Basically, they go to this place near the equator where there's dinosaurs where people aren't allowed to get basically their blood because they learn that their blood can help save human lives. So they go on this little expedition.
Yeah, it's basically, if you've ever seen a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie, basically it's the same, plot to everything.
Which I've actually, crazy enough, I've never seen a Jurassic World movie, so this is going to be an interesting review.
Yes, and I've seen all of them. So, and it's been a little bit of time, but I have the basic background of all these movies.
Yeah. So let's talk, I guess, our first impressions of the movie. This movie has had pretty bad reception from what I've seen since it's come out.
Bad reception, but fantastic at the box office.
Oh, really?
I think it's already made back its money.
Okay.
So I think it cost around 150 million for it to, for them to, produce the movie. I think they already have like 300,000 or 300 million. It's actually on track to hit $1 billion. First movie this summer to hit $1 billion. So
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I think they got some good names in the cast in there with Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey. But first impressions for me, I've never seen a movie, one of these movies. It was okay. What did you think?
Yeah. Yes, it was okay. It was a good movie.
Yeah. We did see it in 3D, which I will say, I think that always helps the experience for movies like this. Like the big CGI dinosaurs, like it looks cool in 3D.
And I love 3D. We saw 4DX last week.
Yeah.
3D this week. Who knows what we'll be seeing on Thursday with Superman. So make sure you guys watch that podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to make sure you see our review on that.
Yeah, probably gonna have to see that in 3D too.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mean, this movie's okay. We'll get into like what we liked, I guess, didn't like about it. I guess the first thing to talk about is just like the characters or the actors, leading actor Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think of that?
So I like all the actors individually in the movie. I like all their previous work. I personally did not think the characters were developed enough for me to care about them.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there was a strong lead in the movie as well, which in movies like this, you need a lead to combat the crazy story of Jurassic World, dinosaurs everywhere. So I feel like there's a little missed on the table. I know they're setting this up to be, a trilogy, if not 4 movies, whatever. But I would have at least liked to have some sort of a background or just felt more of a connection to the characters themselves. There were 2 different main plot lines in the movie. The one features Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, Rupert Friend, and Jonathan Bailey. There is a side plot involving a family. Spoilers, I guess. I think the whole family plot was unnecessary, and they needed it in the movie some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, that didn't really do it for me.
I guess they're gonna play into it in the next movies, but I just didn't really care about any of the characters, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't really care about any of the characters there either. I mean, they were in a good part of the movie. Like it went
Yeah.
between like both of their journeys, like the family and then Scarlett Johansson and that crew. Um I mean, funny enough, like I feel like every movie it's always like that. Like with the you got the family and then the girl brings her boyfriend along. It's like the asshole, like druggy
Uh-huh.
boyfriend. Like
He was my
and
favorite character of the movie,
you thought
honestly.
that's funny. Like I wish they I don't know, we're kind of just jumping into spoilers here, but I kind of wish they, killed him off. Like
Whoa.
I know, like no, I'm just saying, like I feel like his character, like he deserved to go. But what do you think? He had a good arc?
I guess a good arc, somewhat. But we'll see what happens to him in the next movie. If people liked him a lot, he'll stay with the movie. If people didn't like them, he might die. Who
Yeah.
knows?
But yeah, overall, I thought the whole thing with the family, I don't know. I just didn't none of those characters really did it for me.
I agree. So I know we didn't like the characters, but the one good part about the movie was the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So
My I mean, I thought the dinosaurs were cool. My favorite part was probably the so you got Dolores, like the baby, is it
I wish I remember the
Velociraptor or
names.
something?
Yeah,
It was Dolores, I think the name of it was. Movies always do that though. Like when you have like the little baby
they have the little
dinosaurs like
baby,
friends with the like becomes friends with the humans
and
like
that's because the movie companies want to sell
yeah.
merchandise.
But it gets me every time. Like the thing was super cute.
It was adorable, and that fun fact was actually a robot. It wasn't CG.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
kind
wonder
of
why they
cool.
did that.
Yeah, who knows? I guess
Yeah.
to add more realistic life to it,
Yeah.
because like the dinosaurs back in the '90s in the Jurassic World movies or Jurassic Park movies, some of them were robotic.
Okay.
So kind of cool fact.
I mean, one thing I mean, we have to touch on it. You just said it. Sorry, I kind of went off there. Was the dinosaurs? You actually thought that was a good part of the
I
movie?
like the dinosaurs personally. I know with this movie they wanted to bring back some of the horror aspects to it, and the dinosaurs were kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really? So I wasn't a big fan of. I mean, the big dinosaur, which you see towards the end of the movie, and you kind of see it in the beginning of the movie. Now I'm kind of going back to there was like a whole what do you even call that like prelude scene where it kind of like showed it. I felt like that part of the
Oh,
movie was kind of unnecessary.
I just remember that's what happened.
Yeah, they didn't really need to even have that in the movie.
No, I
To be
guess
honest
they
with
just
you.
wanted to show how powerful
Yeah.
that modified dinosaur
Yeah.
was.
I'm not a fan of the variants though. Like I think dinosaurs are already scary enough. Like why do we have to have like weird looking like that thing just
This
looked
the
weird.
dinosaur literally looked like one of the
Alien,
like
yeah.
from the movie Aliens, like crossbred with the dinosaur, and he got that freaking creepy.
Yeah. I don't know. But I thought the other shots of the dinosaur like when they were walking through like the high grass and the dinosaur just like
Oh
came
yeah.
out that I thought that was really cool. And then the scene where she was like trying to get the lifeboat and the like that was kind of an
Mm, it
intense
was.
scene. That was like towards the second half of the movie, which is really like the redeeming part of this movie.
I do agree with you on that. The first half kind of was unnecessary. I mean, it's obviously necessary. I
Yeah.
wasn't a huge fan of the beginning of the movie, but the second half I actually liked a
Oh,
good bit,
yeah,
in my
same here.
opinion. Another nice thing about this movie is it has a great score. They
Mhm.
have pulled back, they bring in the classic Jurassic Park score, Jurassic World score. It was very, I don't know how to put it. I felt, it was nostalgic.
Nostalgic? Yeah,
Yes,
I was gonna
it
say,
was
like,
definitely
I've never
nostalgic
even
for me.
watched really Jurassic Park World that much, but I'm familiar with it. Like, when I heard it, I'm like, "Okay, I know what this is,"
Yeah.
and it was cool.
So good job on the CGI of the dinosaurs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Fantastic cinematography. That's very good redeeming quality. And the soundtrack score was great. So, a movie can't be perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it was far from perfect, though. It
That's true.
um,
Speaking of perfect, or
yeah.
not so much, how do you feel about the plot? Was it overstuffed? Was it unnecessary? Do you think they could have went more deep into character arcs and whatnot?
Um, I mean, the plot itself, like, the synopsis of it, like, the whole mission they're doing, like, I'm into that. Like, I think it's cool, like, they have to find the different dinosaurs and, like, they have to shoot that little gun they had.
That was
They
cool.
shot like a gun that would like inject it, get the blood, and then shoots into that. Like I thought that was cool.
Hmm.
I kind of liked that. Um, but I think it's just maybe it's mostly just the characters. Like I didn't feel much
I agree. I
for
didn't
any
feel
of them.
much. I wouldn't did not care if any of them died,
Yeah, like
except
Scarlett
yeah,
Johansson, I didn't feel that emotional. Like there was that one scene where her and oh my god, how do I say his name?
Mahershala
Mahershala
Ali.
Ali are talking, and like it's supposed to be kind of like an emotional scene there. I don't know. It just didn't really grab me in at all.
I do, and I do say I from just watching the movie, the acting in some spots wasn't great. Like you'd have Scarlett Johansson's character be like, "No,"
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
"This
don't think
is
it was
so
her. I
cheesy."
don't think it was her best performance. She was good though. I thought Rupert Friend was like uh,
He was a good villain.
the villain. Yeah, I mean I thought he was okay.
Yeah,
I thought
he was
he was fine.
fine.
Um, and then you have kind of the theme of the movie. I mean, is this like a plot that has happened in these movies before? Like where they're going on this expedition to like do something like this?
I think maybe in the second or third movie, like in
Okay.
the, but this is really. I feel like they talked a lot about I guess undertones of like big pharma,
Oh yeah, 100.
which
Is that
was
big far kind of how like like you get a medicine to anything that can cure can cure a bunch of people, but these big companies are going to make it so you have to pay
yeah,
for it.
it's a
And
conspiracy.
yeah.
We're not going to. This will be another
Yeah, we
podcast
won't
we'll
get
talk
too
about.
far into
But
conspiracies
in
about
my opinion,
but it definitely did touch on that a good bit. Like I feel like the plot definitely touched on that. And
yeah,
then I mean towards the end you'll figure out what they ended up doing with the solution.
I do just want to add in here, and I just want to hear what you say about this.
Mhm.
I feel like this could have been a pretty cool video game. The whole
Yeah,
story,
it's kind of like a video game.
yeah, that's. I'm thinking like as we're talking about this,
Yeah,
and we saw it yesterday. We let it sit for a little bit just to see how our emotions would feel. But I feel like this would have been a cool video game,
this
dude.
would be. Have they ever made a Jurassic World
There
video
definitely
game?
has been.
Okay.
I don't think it's been anything too crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the plot line and everything I think actually would be cool. And just the whole dinosaur thing.
Like
It
the
was
scary dinosaurs, and
yeah.
then you have to because it feels like you have to hit this mission, and this mission.
Yeah.
So maybe we just made $1 billion idea. So
I'm sure
hit us
they've
up if you have any questions about a video game of Jurassic World
yeah.
Rebirth.
I'm sure they're like they've made one or they thought about making a Jurassic World
There
video game
definitely
before.
has to have been.
um but I mean, it is interesting cuz the more we talk about it, okay, maybe I was a real hater of this movie. It was fine. I don't know
Hmm.
if I would say it was good. I mean, we can just jump into our ratings if
Let's
you have
do it.
anything
I mean,
else.
I don't really think we've much
Yeah.
left. There wasn't a lot of substance in the movie.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. It was a popcorn flick
For
in a
sure.
different way that F1 was. F1, I was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, oh gosh, what's going to happen? This movie, I didn't really care who would die, except I really like Mahershala Ali as an actor. So I was kind of like, oh, I hope he doesn't die. Who knows if he does? Go watch the movie. But
Yeah,
I,
there
I
were
didn't really care about
yeah.
what was going to happen. So there's no stakes involved. So I think that's what's kind of hasn't pushed this movie over the edge for me to making it a great movie.
Yeah, I feel like the most comparable movie that we've seen most recently to this would be like Alien Romulus, like the type of
Ooh,
movie, but I actually really I
I
liked
liked Alien Romulus a lot.
I gotta remember back. I don't know if it was like maybe the characters I did feel more for, like just the whole plot.
I agree with the
Maybe I liked
character.
more.
I do agree with that. I didn't really care about the characters in Alien Romulus,
Yeah,
but
no.
I thought the story was good. The creatures were cool. So I guess kind of similar to this, but I think overall I liked Alien Romulus a little bit more.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So let's get talking about our final scores here.
Yeah, let's do it. So for me, Letterbox, I gave this movie a 3 out of 5. Would be like a 6 out of 10. So okay movie, a little bit under average. Like for me, a pretty like a decent movie. Like I enjoyed it, but nothing special. I'll give like a 3.5. This is just a little bit under that. we're giving it a 3.
And I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of a 5 on
Okay.
Letterboxd. This is a movie I will buy. I buy it on 4K because I'm a completionist. I'm interested to see if I rewatch it again, if I like it more, like it less. But right out of the theater, letting it sit for a day, it's a good movie. I could definitely see why people are going to the box office and seeing it, even though the reviews aren't great.
Yeah.
It's a review-proof movie, so go check it out.
And
I mean,
I'm curious for you too, Trevor. Like you've seen the other ones. I think this one got a little bit better reception actually than Jurassic World Dominion. What did you think of that
see,
movie?
I love Jurassic World Dominion. I
Okay.
was definitely in the minority in that. I thought it was great, and my girlfriend actually loved Jurassic World Dominion. Surprisingly, like loved. I remember getting out of the theater, and she was like, "That was great." So I guess that's
Why do you think that Dominion didn't get good reception, but you liked
it
it?
was less of a dinosaur movie and was kind of like a spy thriller,
Okay.
which I think was cool having that, spy aspect to it while having, dinosaurs in the movie. And it was cool because they brought back all the nostalgia fest of the Jurassic Park movies
Okay.
with the Jurassic World movies, and I just really like all the original characters. And I love Chris Pratt, and Bryce Dallas Howard is good, so it was just enjoyable for me. And then coming into this brand new, granted, I know we've already went through this one time, but I'm just kind of, I need a spark in this
Yeah.
franchise for me to really be excited about the next one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do if they do make another movie. I assume
Oh,
that's
they'll,
okay.
this is gonna make a lot of money, and they don't care how bad the reviews are.
True.
If it makes money, they'll make it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens with this. But what I'm most excited for closing off this podcast here is in a couple days we're going to see James Gunn, Superman.
Superman, baby.
So look forward to that.
This is the new DC universe. This is gonna be kind of cool watching a new universe form. I've already seen Creature Commandos, which is in theory the first thing in this new DCU. It's not really needed,
Okay.
um, but I like having that background. But let's go, James Gunn. I love your work. Everything I've seen so far of this movie looks fantastic. So we're excited for Thursday, man.
Yeah, we're trying to see it on opening night, so we should have another review up here pretty shortly.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you for watching and listening. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay ready for all of our new movie reviews. And as always, I'm Trevor,
And I'm Michael.
and have a great one. We'll see you at the movies.
All right, peace. People. So give us a little spoiler free synopsis. Here.
So, according to IMDb, that's correct. IMDb, 5 years post draft. Okay, fuck. I can't. I'm so. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.